So most people think the Disney name started in America, but it didn't. It started here, in a small town in Lincolnshire called Norton Disney. And to tell you the story, in the only way I know how, the little LEGO Walt we're going to bring back for a visit. So I've come from Staffordshire, heading to my home county of Lincolnshire to find the origins of one of the world's biggest brands. And honestly, it's not quite Disneyland. Norton Disney is a quite small English village, but its hidden history and its name would go on to shape global entertainment. And today, we're exploring it properly. It's really weird driving through Norton Disney. So I don't really know what I expected. I mean, I came when I was really, really young. And I didn't really remember it. And I remember going to school from here one morning, because we weren't too far away, about 47 miles away. And then we went straight to school from here, so we left really early. I didn't know the history at the time when I stayed, and I wish I had done, because I think it would have been a whole different meaning. I knew obviously it was the Disney name, but it was only when I'd moved away from the area I'd actually started looking into the history and like, Walt's been here, Walt's looked at this, he's looked at these same sort of things. The Disney name actually comes from France, and a place called Disney. After the Norman conquest in 1066, the name made its way to England, becoming Disney. And here in Lincolnshire, the family settled. So behind me is something really important in the Disney story. So this is St. Peter's Church. Now St. Peter's Church dates back hundreds of years, but inside this church is that historic Disney crest. The crest that you see on the castle, the crest you see as you're entering the park, and at the beginning of every Disney movie. Walt Disney himself actually came here. In July 1949, Walt travelled to this village whilst visiting Britain. At the time he was working on the Disney film Treasure Island, which was being produced in the UK. During a break from filming, Walt took a trip up to the English countryside with his wife and his daughters. He came to try and trace the origins of his family name, and to see where the Disney name in England began. So behind me is St. Peter's Church, so that's where a lot of the Disney heritage and history is. And right now we're actually walking on to Main Street. I know, this one doesn't smell of popcorn though. So Walt himself was really interested in his own heritage, which makes it really surreal like standing here today. Like one of the biggest brands in the world. The family came from here, which is Lincolnshire, which isn't too far from where I grew up. We actually came here and stayed at the Green Man pub. My dad and my mum took me away so we could spend a night at Disney. It's just crazy to think that all the heritage comes from right here.
There is one person in Norton Disney who still remembers the Disney visit, and appropriately, they live on Disney Court. Hilda, now 94, was 20 when her brother Jim arrived in the pub with Walt Disney.
I thought, who's that he's bringing in? You know, and then I thought, oh, he's not a bad looking man. So, anyway, they all come in with his daughters, and they was chatty, and they played a game of darts.
Today, Disney is global. Films, parks, characters, but every story has a beginning. And this is one of them. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'd love to turn this into a series, taking LEGO to somewhere where it has a connection. So little Walt here has just been to Norton Disney in Lincolnshire. One of the biggest brands in the world came out of heritage from this northern Lincolnshire town. If you do like this video, make sure to subscribe, because there's going to be more of these to come.